I'd like to call this meeting to order. We have the prayer and the pledge by Councilwoman Deidre Ledbetter.
Most merciful and triune God, we come to you in our weakness. We come to you in our fear. We come to you with trust, for you alone are our hope. We place before you the disease present in our world. We turn to you in our time of need. Bring wisdom to doctors. Give understanding to scientists. Endow caregivers with compassion and generosity. Bring healing to those who are ill. Protect those who are most at risk. Give comfort to those who have lost a loved one. Welcome those who have died into your eternal home. Stabilize our communities. Unite us in our compassion. Remove all fear from our hearts. Fill us with confidence in your care. God, I trust in you. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
How you gonna follow that prayer?
Oh, man, that was great. Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Dan Doyle.
Here.
Councilmember Natalie Lopez.
Present.
Councilmember Marlon Lewis.
Here.
Councilmember David Broussard.
Here.
Councilmember Deidre Ledbetter.
Here.
Councilmember Sherry Guidry.
Present.
And Councilmember Dustin Swear.
Item 1, we have no public comment. We will move on to item 2. Madam Clerk.
Acceptance of the minutes. Acceptance of the minutes of the April 21, 2020 meeting as published on April 29, 2020.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Lewis, not a second. Councilwoman Ledbetter. Any discussion? Hearing seen none, roll call vote.
Mayor Pro Tem Dan Doyle.
Yeah.
Councilmember Natalie Lopez.
Yay.
Councilmember Marlon Lewis.
Yay.
Councilmember David Broussard.
Yes.
Councilmember Deidre Ledbetter.
Yes.
Councilmember Sherry Guidry.
Yes.
Thank you all very much. Item 3, we have no persons to address the council. We will move on to item 4.
Resolutions. Resolution approving and authorizing the settlement of claims in City of Nigeria versus Brandon Benoit Shredded USA LLC and Greenwich Insurance Company, docket number 135381, 16th Judicial District Court, Iberia Parish, for the sum of $40,088 to be paid to the city and on other terms and to be negotiated by the mayor.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you,
Second.
Councilwoman Lopez and Councilwoman Ledbetter. Do we have any discussion on this item, or does anybody need explanation?
Mayor.
Yes.
Yeah. Did we get enough money to do the repairs of the damage that was done to the marquee? Is that what it was?
We have got enough money to do the repairs to the damages. We, by the skin of our teeth, we sent in an estimate that was a little higher, began negotiating with the insurance company. It took a while. Jeff was a big help, went back and forth, and we ended up settling. We do have enough money, and the same sign company is a very specialized thing. The same, I'm hoping, the same sign company that just restored the Evangeline part of the sign itself would be able to do this marquee. Got prices from them. We have enough money to pull it off. There'll be a little bit of architectural fees to pick some things out. I didn't get that. I'll have to work that out. But it's very close. I think it was after a year we had to sue them, and I really feel that we put a lot of time into this, and this was, the best settlement I could get. And with the rest of the sign looking so good, it's just time to finish it up. It's been over a year that I got hit by a truck. We really need to fix that. It is an icon for our downtown. Thank you. Any other questions? Great. Then we'll have a roll call vote.
Mayor Pro Tem Dan Doyle.
Yay.
Councilmember Natalie Lopez.
Yay.
Councilmember Marlon Lewis.
Yay.
Councilmember David Broussard.
Yes.
Councilmember Deidre Ledbetter.
Yes.
Councilmember Sherry Guidry.
Yes.
Thank y'all very much. 4B.
Resolution declaring the month of May 2020 as Community Cleanup Month.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion,
Second.
Councilman Lewis, and a second by Councilwoman Guidry. We have any discussion? I'd like to just say that we're gonna send this little flyer out. You each have some at your desk. We have more up in the front, and we'll get these on social media as well. And we're just trying to get this out as a requirement of MS4, and it's always a good thing to clean up your community. So that's what this is about. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mayor Pro Tem Dan Doyle,
Yay?
Councilmember Natalie Lopez,
Yay.
Councilmember Marlon Lewis,
Yay.
Councilmember David Broussard,
Yes.
Councilmember Deidre Ledbetter,
Yes.
Councilmember Sherry Guidry.
Yes.
Madam Clerk, item 5.
Public hearing. Public hearing on special bond ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale of $1,250,000 of revenue bonds, Series 2020, in the city of New Iberia, state of Louisiana, prescribing the form, terms, and conditions of said bonds, designating the date, denomination, and place of payment of said bonds, providing for the payment thereof in principal and interest, authorizing the agreement with the paying agent if necessary, and providing for other matters in connection therewith.
I need a motion to open our public hearing.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Broussard, and a second by Mayor Pro Tem. Is there any public comment on this item? I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Broussard, second by the Mayor Pro Tem. Dan Doyle. Thank you all very much. Now we move on to item 6.
Adoption of special bond ordinance. Adoption of special bond ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale of $1,250,000 of revenue bonds, Series 2020, of the city of New Iberia, state of Louisiana, prescribing the form, terms, and conditions of said bonds, designating the date, denomination, and place of payment of said bonds, providing for the payment thereof in principal and interest, authorizing the agreement with the paying agent if necessary, and providing for other matters in connection therewith.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Broussard. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mayor Pro Tem Dan Doyle. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, we'll call for a roll call vote.
Mayor Pro Tem Dan Doyle.
Yay?
Councilmember Natalie Lopez.
Yay.
Councilmember Marlon Lewis.
Yay.
Councilmember David Broussard.
Yes.
Councilmember Deidre Ledbetter.
Yes.
Councilmember Sherry Guidry.
Yes.
Thank y'all. We just saved about $100,000 a year from compared to the bond that is going away and this one's replacing. And we get 2 fire trucks and some air packs for our fire department. So thank y'all very much. This is really important to keep our fire rate and to keep our department healthy. Thank you. Item 7, we have no discussion items tonight. Now we'll move to Councilman's remarks. I'm gonna start with Marlo.
Oh, well, I think we're nearing the stay-at-home order being lifted on the 15th. I ask that all businesses, you know, in the Western community and New Iberia at large, adhere to some of the governor's orders, some of the CDC's suggestions, as well as our local government, our parish and our mayor's office. Also, I've been seeing some improvement around the community that I represent in terms of people wearing masks, but there's still some work to do. And my plea is that we adhere to the social distancing orders that are in place. That's all I have.
Thank you. Dan.
Yeah, Mayor, I'd like to thank the public. Myself, we tried to go and use pickup drive-through with the businesses to help them make up some of their losses of this. And I think if it didn't start already, it should be starting soon, that you can at least go pick up these lunches or any meal you want and eat outside these restaurants. And I went to do that today for lunch, and the people really appreciative of doing that. So the more we can do that to help our businesses in town, at the end of the day, it makes their losses not as great as it is. And I want to thank you, Mayor, and the administration for all the information you gave us and all the time you've been putting into it and staying on top of it, because it just shows that you and the parish president has really been working well together. And it looks like y'all all on the same page, and it makes the public feel much better about the community, knowing that we all go in the same direction. Thank you.
Thank you. Way over there. Sheriff. Yeah, I was like,
I don't have anything.
okay, great, thank you. Deidre?
I just want to say again, stay safe, adhere to the safe distancing, wear your mask. And please think about others. If you don't wear a mask, you are definitely endangering others. So think about that. And that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Natalie?
I don't have a microphone, but I guess I'm probably loud enough. I just want to make people aware of the Adopt a Senior program. There's Adopt a Senior Acadiana, Castle College participating in it locally, Mish, and I just think it's a great thing. If you're interested in it, it goes from anything from making a $15 gift basket to whatever you want to give a senior, just to kind of give them the motivation they need. Everyone's having to sacrifice at this time, but these kids will never see prom or a regular graduation. I just think, it's something that if you have a couple extra dollars and have it in your heart, I think it's something to look into.
Thank you. Mr. Broussard?
We lost a business person, young Mark Dressel. Very hard to take at 58 years old. Just want to give the condolences to Ms. Dressel and the family. And please, let's back off of having parties. We give these masks away. Some of us gave masks away. Why give them away when you're having 30 people at a house? It just doesn't make sense to me when we try, and a lot of people are staying at home. But let's back off of having too many parties, swimming pool parties. It's tempting to do. I haven't seen some of my family in months, but we're trying to stay safe. So everybody, please stay safe, and let's back off of having too many parties at their house.
Thank you. I just want to congratulate our fire department, our chief, and the whole department. I got to see them in action. Thank God that's not very often. But they saved the synagogue right downtown, a couple blocks from here, did a bang-up job, went out of their way to, save the religious artifacts, to, really make sure the building was as preserved as it could be. But like I said, it's not often I get to see them in action, but they did a great job. Other thing I just want to say is, shop local. We are beginning more and more of our smaller businesses, those gray area businesses that can open, are opening. Every week I get calls. Every week people are going over their protocols and saying, practice safe social distancing, kind of giving me a filing their flight plan, if you will, of how they're going to open. But, times are tough for small businesses, and we need to support them. They make up the backbone of our community. They make up a huge part of our tax base. But more than that, they're our friends, they're our family, and they're, that part of the community that we lean on so often when we have fundraisers, when we have community events. Those are the people that give. And so now it's time for us to give back. So just support your local businesses, stay safe. Things are, we're not out of the woods yet, but we are getting through it. And if you look, the number of cases every day are getting a little less. We are flattening the curve. We do have some hot pockets, unfortunately. But for the most part, we're holding our own, but we do have to fight the battle kind of on both levels. One is the virus itself, and the other is our community. We've got to support our local businesses because we got to get back open and get back to, whatever our new normal is going to be as quickly as we can. So I thank everybody for their patience. It is kind of a trying time. We get a lot of calls, and you can sense that people are frustrated on many levels. But hang in there. It's going to get better, and we're going to get through this together. I thank every one of y'all because I see the work you put in. I see that you're giving out masks and calling people and talking to businesses and giving advice and really trying to plug in to be part of this. And I can't thank you enough. I mean, that's why we're the team we are. But I want to thank all of y'all. And other than that, our next meeting is on May the 19th, and we still have properties on Civic Source for sale. And I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Thank y'all.